I got something really cool in the mail recently. The NXTPAPER Pro 14, there's no Pro. The NXTPAPER, NXTPAPER? TCL NXTPAPER Pro. There's no Pro. Hey, if anybody is watching this, I want to start out by saying these are just my initial thoughts. I'll be putting up another video with the full review within the next week or so, giving some of the details and experiences that changed my mind. If you're interested in learning more about this product, I will be posting that full review within the next week or so. So stick around for the unboxing that's coming up and my recommendations and opinions on this thing. I'm Neighbor Nerd, and this is No Spec Tech. Right. Ooh, wow, okay. This feels much nicer than I would have expected. It's kind of like that silicone leather type of feel. I'm really excited to see how this thing writes because there are no reviews really mentioning it. Okay, it's not too heavy. I was a little worried that it would be super heavy because I got the 14.3-inch model and I just really wanted something that I could like write all of my notes on, like take notes, do doodles, plan out my week or my day, or now maybe YouTube videos, hopefully. Okay, back to the TCL NXTPAPER 14. That's what I'm calling it. Satisfying. Wow, that is freaking nice. Just take a look at that reflection, or lack thereof. I don't want to touch the screen, but I mean, hopefully it's fingerprint resistant. Something is in here. Okay, a little pen adhesive. A pen, something to take off the tip, something to be the tip, some instructions and warranties that I will file away and never look at. Maybe the quick start guide. Ooh, USB-C to USB-C. I see. I already have one down here. Boop. That's a different wattage. I don't know. Okay, here we go. I'm really excited, actually. There we go. Oh, duh. Quick start guide for the pen, quick start guide for the thing. When I look at it straight on, I really can't tell that it's any different than a regular tablet. Maybe a tiny bit less saturated or crisp, but that's only because I know. I don't think I would think that at all. It's kind of interesting. You could see in the camera bump, if you look at that up top in the middle, some glistens right there, and that camera bump, that's what the whole screen would be looking like if it weren't for this matte display, this paper-like display. It's a really, really nice device, and I'm really excited to play with it. For now, we're just doing the unboxing though, so you know what? No, we're not just doing the unboxing. We are going to write something. If you came to this video to find out if this is worth buying, so far my answer is yes. But we need to write on this thing to find out if it does what it says it's going to do. But just based on what I see here alone, well worth the price. If it were to do everything an iPad does in terms of day-to-day stuff, email, media, scrolling every now and then, YouTube, surfing. Do they still say that? Browsing. That's what they say now. Browsing. Really, really awesome device. Even though I haven't done that yet, I know that it's going to be capable of. Oh, you know what we can do? Of course, hit this button. Let's do color paper mode. Okay, that was kind of cool. I don't know if you could tell, but things are still colored, just a lot less saturated. There we go, that's colorful and awesome. So let's just look at this picture here. Let's hit this. Let's go with regular mode. Check that out. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, but it looks pretty much, yeah, pretty normal. Let's go hit this button again. See what this does. Ooh, okay, that is cool. Wow. All right, so this is regular mode. Let's go to color paper. We were on regular, but see, you can't pick it. I don't know why, it just guesses where you're gonna go, I suppose, but we were on regular. Now let's go to color paper. See, it almost looks black and white, but then I think I'm using my phone camera, so that adjusts to the colors, and that's nice. That looks pretty accurate, I will say. And now let's go to ink paper mode. All right, the phone's not going to be able to adjust to that. All the colors are gone. Now let's see the difference going backwards. All right, and I do want to give one going from ink paper mode to the color mode, just to get that full-on effect going both ways. All right, that is ink to regular. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. All right, I would like to use this pen on something, but I don't know if it's quite ready yet. Okay, well, I could do that. Okay, well, hey, let's find out. Are there any apps specifically? Okay. I'm actually used to gestures, so that's what is making me weird. Okay, let's go into Google Keep. We don't have it. Do they have any note-taking apps built in? I don't see any. Wow, you'd think they'd have something. I mean, at least Google Keep would be nice. But let's go to the Play Store. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Or for visibility's sake. How do I erase? Okay, maybe I want to scratch it, so. Oop. I did something. Okay. Wow. Okay, I've been using the device for 20 minutes and it put me on a break. That was really cool. That was unexpected, and I'm a big fan of that. As soon as this video hit 30 minutes, this happened. So that maybe it's 20 minutes or so because it took me about 10 minutes to unbox. That's a really cool feature that I greatly appreciate. All right, let's get back to writing. Not quite as good as the Remarkable, but the Remarkable is only for note-taking. It was developed for that and for that alone, and I think that it is hands down the best I've ever used. Okay, all of that is awesome. I'm very happy with the writing experience on this. Given the price, it is well worth it. Remarkable Paper Pro is a 9, Kindle is an 8, this is a 7, and I would give an iPad about a 5 or a 4. Yeah, 5 or a 4, sliding all over the place. Actually, I have an iPad. I'm filming this on the iPad, so. Well, for science. So comparing all of these. Okay, so I'm just going to admit it. I was a little too harsh on the iPad. It felt really good compared to this device. I would not say better, but maybe a little bit different. The Kindle Scribe was definitely the best of all of them, especially after going from the TCL to the Kindle Scribe. I felt a huge difference. The Kindle Scribe almost felt like paper after being on the new device. When I brought in the iPad, I was expecting to feel slippery. Maybe I've developed a little bit more comfort around the iPad. If you don't like writing on tablets and you're thinking that this device is going to be the solution to that, this is probably not for you. It looks fantastic, and I think it would be an awesome e-reader. But in terms of taking notes, if you have an iPad, I'm going to say that they're equal. If you have a Kindle Scribe or a Remarkable, then you're definitely doing a lot better in the note-taking department. Hey, what's up? So super off the cuff here. I have actually used the NXTPAPER 14 quite a bit since I did the unboxing a few days ago, and my opinions and rankings have changed. So when I was using my Kindle, I had a little metal tip that I purchased on Amazon, and it worked incredibly, and it created a more scratchy surface without scratching the surface somehow, and it was awesome. So I highly recommend that if you can find it. I will see if I can put a link in the description, because if somebody's watching this and they have a Kindle Scribe, that is an amazing feeling. It works very close to the Remarkable Paper Pro. In terms of like prices at the times of posting, I talked about the prices of an iPad versus the NXTPAPER, right? I looked it up. Any 13-inch iPad, you're looking at least, you know, with tax and stuff, you're going to be paying over $1,000 if you don't find something on sale or something a generation or two older. So this device you can find, I've seen it continually for a few weeks at $370, $369, maybe $469, depending, right? If the sale on Amazon is not happening. So do that with what you will. $369, huge bargain, 100% recommend for anybody who wants an extra tablet. $469, now we're talking spend a couple more $100, maybe get an 11-inch iPad if the size isn't important to you. If the size is important to you, 14.3 inches, baby. This thing looks awesome. The fact that you can multitask is great, and I'm going to show footage of that in the next video that I post within the next week or so, because you can do some really cool multitasking if you're a basic user. If you're not into heavy gaming or huge kind of, you know, if you're into video or photo editing like heavily, then iPad. Go iPad Pro, iPad Air maybe. I haven't looked too much into those specs, but you know, iPad Pro is an incredible device based on what I know. So go with that is going to be my recommendation. Who do I recommend this device for? I absolutely recommend this device for somebody who travels often or likes to travel very light when they travel. This, with a keyboard and mouse, is a great laptop alternative. It's very thin, very light. It looks great. It's super durable. And it can be your e-reader, your notebook, your laptop, your television. If you're, you have the streaming apps and stuff, 100% recommend this device for somebody who likes to travel light. Recommend it for a new college student or even a high school student who, you're on a budget and you can't afford an iPad. Of course, I mean, an iPad as a tablet is just so hard to beat. I'm a huge fan of this device. I was harsher on it at the time of editing because an update was pending, and when that update came through, it fixed a few little things. I mean, one small thing is I couldn't get the Google News widget out of the middle for some reason. Find the right note-taking app. I hope to do a video soon on the best note-taking apps for tablets, for Android tablets specifically, but I also want to look at the iPad and see if we can get something that works on both, because that would be the perfect world for me where I don't have to choose an ecosystem or an operating system. Let's see, what else do I have in my notes? I just wanted to, wrap this up and say, you can get used to writing on an iPad with an Apple Pencil. You can get used to writing on a TCL NXTPAPER device with the TCL pencil. And if you're interested in learning more about it, I will be doing a full review in the next week or so. So please hit that subscribe button. I've never asked that before because no one's ever watched any of my videos. And if there are questions that you have specifically, please leave them in the comments so that I can answer them in the comments or in the next video. It would just mean a lot to a brand new YouTuber to get any sort of interaction. So thank you for clicking on my video. I hope that you enjoy it and I hope that you learned something. And I would love to hear what you think of the device based on this video and hopefully based on the next one too.